hear me. You think that it's me? Why would you think that it's me? I have always loved my mom. My mom and I are best friends.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Please don't dig yourself in this hole. And that's what you're doing. You're still doing it. Okay? But do you not think that we've already talked to some people? Okay? Do you not think that we've talked to everybody? I mean, I'm not going to come in here without having all my things in line. Okay? I want you to understand that.
Of course I understand that. And
we need to get to the why. When we get to the why, then all these other questions I can answer for you, and we can move on with this, okay? And you're the person that knows the why. You're the only person that knows the why, okay? And that's where we're at with it. You're the only one that knows the why, and your friends.
Sir?
Do you really want to disappoint your friends?
No, of course not.
Okay, then why?
May I please speak?
Well, when we get to the why this happened?
I don't even really know what happened.
Okay.
I came here because my mother came down to my house. She and I were having relationship problems. I guess she wanted me to stay a little girl forever. She didn't really like my boyfriend. And she was like, pretty much, if you want to move to Wisconsin with him, fine, go. And I packed my stuff. She basically wanted me out of the house before then because we kept on having arguments, but I'm not a violent person. I would never ever hurt her. And and a lot of our arguments stemmed from being with Nick. And so I just basically chose to come here. I gave him money to come here, and I said, can you please come pick me up? Because my mom's kicking me out of the house real soon. And that's when he asked his mom, could I stay with his mom and him and his stepdad and his little brother? His mom said, fine. So, anyway, I don't exactly know the exact date he came to Springfield, but I know that I gave him the money to stay at a hotel. And, anyway, I let him know that,
Hey, hang on a minute, okay? We're going in a totally different direction here, okay? We're going to get back to where we started from, okay? You listen to me, okay? Let's get back to the why. We can talk all night long about this other stuff, and I'll sit here and I'll listen to you, and I'll listen to everything. This investigation is very thorough, okay? And there's a lot of whys, and you need to answer those whys, okay? Give yourself. What about yourself? Give yourself the peace that you need. You need a lot of peace within inside of you, okay? You know, once you get this off your chest, you know, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, first of all, okay? And your friends, okay?
My friends know me as a sweet
you're
girl
right.
and as
You're
I
right.
am.
But you know what? Sometimes sweet people make mistakes. Everybody does, okay? You make mistakes, I make mistakes. But you know what? I'm glad you're not this person that's out here going around and doing this to a lot of other people, okay? I'm glad you're not that person. If you are, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even want to be in the same room with you if that's you, okay? But I think what it is, I think there's a lot of frustration in your life. I think that you know, there's some things that you and your mom, you know, you've already said that your mom and you kind of had some arguments and you kind of had some strained relationships, okay?
But we worked through it.
And you know what? And you work through it. You're right, you do. But sometimes that can get the better of people, okay? And I think that's kind of where you're at with that. I think that you're stressing your life because your mom wanted you to stay so little all the time. Finally got to a boiling point and you just said, you know what? I'm done. You know, no matter what, Mom, I'm going to go with my boyfriend. I'm going to do whatever I want now. You made that decision, okay?
Yeah.
But we need to get to why this happened to your mom, okay? You know what? People make mistakes every day. You do, I do, we all do. We've established that. And I'm going to establish it every time because, you know what? That's what this is. It's just a mistake. That's all it is, okay? It's not something that's so huge out here that's just, oh my gosh, it's a mistake. It's a simple little mistake.
My mom.
It's just a simple little mistake is all it was, okay?